Hello everyone, Kiki Halbert here today, and I'm going to be sharing a layout spread, a layout flip through, I guess you could say, of what I've been doing over the last few months. I did take a little bit of time off from scrapbooking for some personal issues, but I'm back at it, and so I thought I would want to show you what I've been working on lately and the various products that I've been using. So this little baby here was done for a challenge for CSI, which is a scrapbook group that's on Facebook. They also have a website where they host challenges, and I used this for doing a color challenge using the pink, the black, the silver, etc., the stars and things like that. So this one here, these photos are quite old, of my husband and I, and it was one of his first winters here. And so I decided to use, these are the glitter acrylic stars that you can get from Creative Embellishments, and I used some of the acrylic hearts from Close to My Heart, and as well these little pieces here are from Close to My Heart. So is this. This was actually white, I think, and I actually painted it over silver, and then the memories was from them as well. So this one was a lot of fun to do, but I kept it simple. I wanted it to be really white and with just a few splashes of color. So, and that one there, I believe the papers were from the SCT sampler. So that was one that I've done recently. And then this as well was using some Close to My Heart chipboard, and I also used an older Close to My Heart paper pack that I had, and but I really love how this one came together. I really like the white and the cream together, and then the little hearts came with an SCT sampler pack as well. So this one was pretty fun to do. This one here, this is another Close to My Heart collection. This was the Serenity Collection. It came out in the winter, and just shortly after they released the color of the year, which is called Bluebell. And so I had a lot of fun with this one. Just made it very simple. I wanted to do it sort of on the diagonal, and I thought it turned out pretty nice, and I love the little gems with it as well. So that was kind of fun to do. And then this is using one of the collections from Close to My Heart that's called Lovely. This collection is available year-round. This is from their annual collection pack. So, and then I had Family First and then Friends Forever down here with my mom. And then I had these Teresa Collins stickers from Me and My Big Ideas, actually, from the Happy Box. That was put out a while back, and I decided to pull those out because they were the same colors and they worked out really well. So I like that one, how it turned out as well. And again, it's a very simple design. I just did a couple of clusters and really like how that came out. And this one here is using this is Cocoa Daisy, and it's called the Daydream Collection. I really enjoyed this. I love this quote, "Be a rainbow in someone's cloud," and I decided to do things a little off kilter, a little bit more shabby chic, and yeah, this was a lot of fun to play with. I have to pull the rest of this out and keep playing with it with my spring photos soon. Then we got this is, oh, now what is this collection called? It's not Timber. I can't really remember. They're funny. Anyhow, this was a collection from Close to My Heart, and one of the first ones where they had foiling. So you'll see that there's some green foil accents on here. And I wanted to just get some pictures of a hike that my husband and I had done. And then I created this little pocket here that has the journaling underneath. So that was kind of a little bit of hidden journaling, but I really like how that one turned out as well. I really enjoy working with the little julep sequins too. They're so cute. And then This collection I've worked with a lot, so you may have seen this collection before in some of my other videos. I did a haul video for it, I believe. I've done a couple of scrapbook process videos. This one I did, I believe that was a scrapbook process video. This is actually Coordinations cardstock, and it's textured. And so what I did is I just sanded off the edges to bring out the little polka dots. I thought that was really kind of fun. But this collection is from, the rest of the papers and die cuts are from Simple Stories, Simply Vintage Great Escape collection. And honestly, it's one of my favorite with all the mushrooms and the moths, and it's really woodsy. And my husband and I, as you can tell, we take a lot of walks. So I might have to get this collection again, get a second one of it. But that was a lot of fun. And then the dots, the enamel dots, were part of an SCT sampler, I believe. And then I got the Storyteller Collection from Vicki Boutin. Vicki Boutin stuff is so much fun to play with because it's very much like art journaling. And I just thought this was really a lot of fun to play with. Again, this is another version of the Coordinations cardstock that I sanded to show some of the texture in it. So I really enjoyed that. I created sort of a header cluster up here for the title, and then yeah, the different pieces. So this is entirely Storyteller with the exception of the backing cardstock. I'm really looking forward to continuing to work with this paper pack. And what I did is I actually did, I split it almost in half so that it's one paper on top of the other. So, but it's been a lot of fun, and I love all the dots and the hearts and things. So that was kind of fun. Not a lot of mixed media work on there. And then I've moved over to, this is Paige Evans, and this is her collection called Take the Scenic Route. And when I saw this collection in an unboxing that somebody had done, I knew I had to get it because it had all of this lovely blue foiling, like even this mandala tag with the blue foil, and some of the words that she had and things, even the puffy stickers, they're foiled. I fell in love with it. And then she had all these little mini enamel dots that had like designs in them. So I had to use it. I didn't want to use too much of it up, but honestly, it's I had some fun with some fussy cutting a little bit too. So, but this is, I love it. I love it. I'm gonna have to pull this out again and play with it a little more often. And the navy blue is just tissue paper that I got from the Hip Kit Club collection. So, and then we've got this particular one. This is also Paige Evans. I cannot for the life of me remember the name of it though. But it's a beautiful collection. Or is that Paige Evans? I'm trying to think now. No, this might not be Paige Evans. This actually might be the Hip Kit Club. Yep. So this is a Hip Kit Club from, I think, March. And I wanted to take these beach photos and really bring out the purples. So I did some mixed media work here in doing the washing of the watercolor there. And then this particular kit came with a whole bunch of acetate embellishments that were gold foiled. And so I used those quite a bit. And this little tag is like pink. So yeah, so this was fun. I have to use this a lot more as well because I have so much of the kit left over, but I really love doing all of the layering and just working with that. And then I added some enamel dots to just add little splashes of color around the page besides just the watercolor. And then back to some close to my heart. So this is from a collection that came out during the pandemic, and I needed to really play with this one. I took pictures of myself wearing a mask, and this is what my husband wears at work, like the head covering, the mask, the beard cover, the whole 9 yards. It's just kind of ridiculous. But I did mention to him that I thought it was kind of funny that now, you know, my work at home outfit has become sort of meshed with his. But this was a lot of fun. I've seen people use this paper quite a bit. I actually layered on different papers to create my own background, and then did a little bit of the distressing, but a lot of fun. It came with a stamp collection as well, stamp and die cut as well. So so I created some of the little stamps and stamped those out, and then actually stamped some flowers, and yeah, it was a lot of fun to play with. So this was a really fun collection. And if I think of it, I'll put the link in my description box because I believe it's still available. But I did enjoy this. I like it being off the sides so that more focus could be on all of the little words over here, and then the title with quarantine. And then more recently, I've been playing with the You Are Enough collection, and this is close to my heart. It's a special collection that's available in June, May and June, and it's stunning because it's full of rose gold foil. And I had to use it for these pictures from our anniversary, because it was just, they were the perfect colors, number one. And I just thought, you know, I needed something really special and glitzy. So I've used that. The little butterfly sequins as well they've got little holes for stitching if you want to stitch them on. But I just glued them down. But they come in 2 different colors, and they're really, really, really pretty. And the little layered butterflies, this is a thin cut set that you can get with the collection as well. And I also decided to stamp some of the jewels and use those. It was just a lot of fun. I love all of the rose gold accents with it, and I did mix some, you know, different colors in there. I've got my sapphire shimmer brush pen that I, you know, did some dabbing with. So this was this really, I ended up playing with more and enjoying more than I thought I would when I started it. So this was a pleasant surprise for me. And most recently, this particular one here, this is the same collection, and you'll see this for an upcoming Stretch the Sketch video that's coming out very soon. And what I did is I used several of the papers as well from the same collection kit. I used again the butterflies on different papers to give them different looks. Backed it with some of the cardstock. So they have cardstock that comes with the rose gold foil, and then they have the regular colored cardstock. And you'll see that in that other portion here. So this is the same collection, but I decided to go with more of the aqua papers in this one. But you'll see that this is actually the cardstock that's got the rose gold on it. And so there's, I think, 4 or 5 different papers that are the cardstock with just a simple pattern. And then they give you 5 of the regular cardstock colors and lots of the papers. But I love the entire collection. It's just is stunning. And it's so much fun to play with because it's so, some of the papers look very simple, but some of them look so mixed media. And if you want to make a wedding and layout, or you wanted to do some kind of special album, this collection would be amazing for it. But they also have a workshop that they're going to be doing with this collection. There's also an album, a 6x8 album workshop that they're going to be doing. There's a card workshop that they're going to be doing as well. And so those were some of the things that I've been wanting to sort of, catch up on later. But I love this whole collection. So I'm going to definitely get more of the papers and the sticker sheet as well, because the sticker sheet is gorgeous with it. But I'm just in love with these layered butterflies. So don't be surprised if you see them on just about everything I make lately. And last but not least, I will show you some of the things that I've been doing, I have been making cards. I am not a card maker. I never have been. All my friends that are scrapbookers from my old, scrapbooking group, they know this about me. Primarily because I don't like working small on small canvases. I like working on big canvases. But I did make some cards. And so there we go. So if you recognize this collection, let me know in the comments. I'd be very interested to see if you do recognize it. One trick for you is it does come from Cartabella. So if you can tell me in the comment below, the comments, then we'll see how you've been keeping up with your with my stash videos lately. So I really like this design here. I thought it was really pretty. Again, I used just a solid stamp, and I found some Distress Oxide inks that I had that almost matched some of the colors. But as I said, these are not close to my heart. The only thing that's close to my heart is, like I said, I did the butterfly, I did the happy anniversary, the jewels are all, and the sequins are all close to my heart, but the rest is Cartabella. And it was a lot of fun to do these cards, but holy smokes, did I have a craftastrophe on my desk when I was done. I didn't realize how many little pieces of paper and how much stuff can end up being around your desk after you do just a few cards. So, but this was a lot of fun, and I think I'm going to do this again in the future. I'm going to take some card sketches, and these are very simple, obviously, but I think they're elegant, and so I think I've got the card bug now. So that's what I've had lately. Those are my little babies that I've been working on, and I'm gonna have a lot more coming because I do have several kits from close to my heart that I still haven't gotten into. I have a couple of Hip Kit Club collections that I need to get playing with as well, and I've printed out a lot of photos recently, so I'm getting back into my scrap groove. So I hope you enjoyed this layout, sort of flip through. It's not really a flip through, I guess you can kind of say layout shuffle. And let me know in the comments which layout you like the most. I'd really be interested to see. And if you thought that there was a particular layout that really showed off my style, please let me know in the comments, because I've always sort of been a bit of an eclectic scrapbooker, and I didn't think that I really had my own style, so I'd be interested in seeing if you thought that there was one particular layout that was really me. So thanks for being here, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you to all of my subscribers for being with me through the scrapbooking process. Let me know if there's anything that you'd like me to work on, or you'd like me to see or demonstrate, so that I can give you some more tips and tricks. And we'll talk to you on the flip side. Again, keep your eye out for the next coming video. If you do subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so that you will see the video on how I developed this particular layout. Thanks again, and have a great day.